Fife Flyers TV, sponsored by the Bay Hotel, Fife's premier wedding venue.
Todd, how's the team feeling ahead of this weekend?
Well, I mean, after the disappointment of last weekend, they've had 2 good training sessions. The boys know the importance of this weekend. I mean, that's as clear as it can be, and they know that they're going to have to be at their best to get points out of Dundee this weekend. A team that's works very hard and has had some success this year.
What did you make of Dundee Stars when Fife came up against them a few weeks ago in the Challenge Cup?
Yeah, I mean, I think that if anybody thought that it was going to be even close to an easy weekend, it was quickly dispelled by Dundee. And, the second game we had up there, I mean, it was kind of a game of cancelling each other out, and a lone one kind of separated us towards the end. But that's the way it goes. But that was the Challenge Cup. This is the league. And we're in the back of a 4-game losing streak, so we're going to have to stand up and be accountable.
That said, do those 2 games have any bearing at all on this weekend?
Well, I think it gives an initial indication of how the teams match up. It's no secret that we've been really dealing with some consistency issues. We've been dealing with some injury issues, and these are all things that guys are going to have to look past and not use it as an excuse or a cushion. This is the situation we find ourselves in, and it's up to us as a group to fight our way out of it.
And it's Fife's first game against Dundee in the conference and in the league, so how do you feel the conference battle is going to go? Is it going to go down to the wire, do you think?
It's hard to say. I mean, obviously, clearly, early indications are that all these teams in our conference have certainly improved. Initially, we've had more success out of our conference than in, but that's going to have to change. If we meet one of our targets for the season, which is competing for this conference. This is a big weekend for this ice hockey club here. After it's not a weekend of bad performances, but a bad performance for most of Sunday night. Watching both game tapes back, we played quite well down in Sheffield. We really had the guys ready for it and prepared, and for the most part played well. Overplayed some individuals, and you could see the fatigue set in. And then come Sunday, for whatever reason, we had no pushback and really refused to do the simple things that we work on week in, week out. And if that happens, it's clear to see in this league that you will be on the receiving end of a loss, and that's happened to us a number of times, which is a bit concerning, certainly on my part and management's part. But like I said, looking forward, we've had a good week of training, good week of preparation. Now it's we'll see if this transfers into the weekend performances.
Do you have belief in your players that they can kind of change this schedule of four games in a row they've lost?
Well, I think it's important that you give your players the framework that we want to work in. My belief is that if we stick to the game plan and we play like we should and play like in the games that's given us success, specifically in this building, we will win a hockey game. It's when we get off on the own page and cutting corners and cheating, we get punished, and we get punished severely. And it's cost us big points and cost us a qualification into the next round of Challenge Cup, which is very disappointing.
You spoke to the Fife Free Press this week. I mean, are Fife always looking to try to maybe bring players in to improve the ice hockey club?
Of course. I've made no secret of that. I've said that in other interviews. We've been looking at making a change. The right guy has to come in. Sometimes you make a change for the sake of making change. You don't improve. Has to be the right guy, and the guy that we bring in will improve this hockey club.
And how difficult a decision would that be to make that sort of change?
Oh, I mean, it's always difficult, but at the end of the day, this is the business that we're in. We're in the business of winning hockey games, and if there's something not happening on the ice, or somebody's not giving you what you would expect them to, you can't sit around and wait until end of January for them to come good. I mean, it's just there's too much at stake now, and certainly as an organization, we've moved past that.
And just going to this weekend, injuries, how's the team looking just now?
Yeah, beat up. But look, there's signs of improvement. Foxy's starting to take full training sessions with us. Stockton will not be playing this weekend. And the rest of the guys will be in the lineup. So, at least it looks as if we'll be up to full complement, albeit not with Shane Stockton.
And what's the situation just now with James Isaacs? Is he going to be here permanently? Is it just the cover just now?
No, James is in his cover right now, and it's probably maybe a situation that benefits both parties. James is currently seeking full-time employment, and we're short, or we have been short imports. So he certainly fills a roster spot, and he works hard for us. So. The situation that we find us in is beneficial to both parties.
And just finally, it's the fact that it's 2 games against a big rival in Scottish hockey.
Always is. I mean, it's funny. I've said this a couple times as well. In this league, you could almost look back and predict results before and say, oh yeah, well, we'll get a break here, or we'll win a game here, or this is where we'll win. Now, looking at the schedule, there are no easy games. All the teams are good, and our conference is really heated up as far as competition-wise. So you're right, a close rival, and one where emotions are always that little bit higher. We're really going to have to try and keep emotion out of it for the most part, go out there and be clinical, and worry about our home game, get 2 points out of that, and regroup and go into that tough Dundee building.
Cheers, Todd. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Bay Hotel, where your dream wedding becomes reality. Visit us at thebayhotel.net.